Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Pennsylvania Association for College Admission Counseling Virtual College Fair. Thank you so much for joining us. We are really excited you are here. Before we get started, we do have a few housekeeping items to note. First, if you have any questions at all, feel free to use the Q&A button to type in your questions to the presenters at any time. They are there, ready and available to help you and answer any questions you have. Your camera and microphone are off. You are muted and your video is off. The panelists can't see or hear you. There are more sessions happening. This is one of many college presentations being offered tonight, so feel free to sign up for more at the same place you registered for this one. And lastly, this session is being recorded. All sessions are being recorded and are available at strivescan.com/Pennsylvania in 1 week. We are currently in session E1, where my mouse is circling at the moment. And this is also the same order of presentations. So without further ado, I'll get out of the way and introduce our first representative from SUNY Maritime College.
Hi guys, my name is Ridge Robinson. I'm an admissions counselor at SUNY Maritime College. I want to thank you for giving me a few minutes to speak. To start, to tell you a little bit about us, we are a state university in New York situated in Throgs Neck, which is a quiet neighborhood in the Bronx. Our college is located on a thin peninsula of island that's surrounded by the East River. We're a unique college in that we offer unique majors paired with a license that can prepare you to work on commercial ships. However, the license is not necessary. If you want to work on land in capacities through our degrees, you can do so as well. To give you a little bit of basic information about us, SUNY Maritime is the second smallest SUNY in the state of New York. We have roughly 1,800 students. We have two different lifestyles. One is regiment, the other is civilian. I'll get into those in more detail in just a second. We have 13 nationally recognized programs, 5 of which are ABET accredited engineering programs, meaning you're getting a bachelor's of engineering, which is schematic and design oriented. The ABET accreditation puts us at the highest level of undergraduate learning for the engineering programs that we offer. In addition to academics, we have over 80 plus clubs and student organizations. So there's a lot of things that you can get involved in on campus. We also are an NCAA Division III school. So we have 13 NCAA sports. Typically, because of our smaller size, our average class size is about 21 students, with the largest class being about 50, being a general gen ed class like a math or English. The further you get into your major, though, it tends to be more personalized with a 15-to-1 student to teacher ratio. So you're going to have that one-on-one with your instructor. You're going to know your classmates by name. You're going to have that relationship. These are the programs that we offer. So I mentioned Bachelor's of Engineering. We have 5: electrical, facilities, marine, mechanical, and naval arc are those majors. Naval arc is actually the most unique that we offer, as we're 1 in 6 colleges in the United States that offer it. On the other side, we have Bachelor's of Science degrees in business, marine environmental science, and maritime studies. Marine operations and marine transportation are 2 additional business degrees that we offer that are ship focused. We also have an Associates of Applied Science in Marine Technology, which is more for somebody that wants to work on smaller vessels like tugboats, yachts, and ferries. I mentioned that there's 2 lifestyles on campus. There's the internship route, which is civilian route. This means that you are essentially coming to Maritime to get a degree. With that degree, you plan on working on land. Those students do internships in the summer. Engineers are required to do at least 2, whereas business, science, and humanities students, our Bachelor's of Science students, are required to only do 1. If you're looking to get the Coast Guard license, the Coast Guard license is an additional educational tool that we pair with degrees here. It's offered in a deck and engine capacity. Deck is topside learning, which is topside of a ship, so navigation oriented. Engine is internal to ships, which means you're working internally, making sure power and systems is running adequately. If you're going for that Coast Guard license, you have to be in the regiment of cadets. Regiment of Cadets is a quasi-military mandatory component because the Coast Guard is a military branch that's offering you a commercial license. So being in the Regiment of Cadets, you live a quasi-military lifestyle. You're not required to do service time through our college. It's merely a component. We're not a military school. The Regiment of Cadets is there to prepare you for ship life. Students have the option of just being in the Regiment of Cadets and not pursuing license. So there are options to kind of blend the internship with the Regiment of Cadets or Coast Guard with Regiment of Cadets. A little bit of information about our application process. We've extended fall admission to April 30th this month for fall 2021. Currently, you're still able to apply. We require you to apply through SUNY or Common App. You're going to need to do supplemental application questions as well as a personal essay. We also require that you provide your high school transcripts. SAT and ACT scores are presently test optional. We will be changing that for fall 2022. We also require one letter of recommendation here from a guidance counselor, teacher, or coach. We want to hear about the type of student you are at your high school. And then on the right, you'll see our incoming freshman class profile from the previous from this previous fall. This was the averages of students that were accepted and attending Maritime. This isn't necessarily what we require to be accepted, but one hard requirement is that you have at least pre-calculus or higher coming out of high school if you're going to pursue an engineering program here. So this is my information, and I have the wrong counselor name there, so I apologize. My name is Ridge Robinson. You can reach me at rirobinson@sunymaritime.edu. Zoom, you can schedule with me to have a meeting if you want to ask more questions about the college at my calendly.com/rirobinson link. You can also reach me in office at 718-409-4762. Feel free to check out our Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram for more information. I do appreciate you giving me a couple minutes to your time, and I hope everybody has a great evening.
Thank you. The next representative is from Wilkes University.
Hello, everybody. I'm happy to be here today. So today I'm just going to give you a little information about Wilkes University and what we do over here. So this is just a beautiful picture of our campus. I guess I should introduce myself. My name is Liz. I am an assistant director here in the undergraduate admissions office. So I'll have my contact information at the end of this presentation, and please feel free to ask any questions that you might have. So just a little bit about Wilkes University. We are about 2,500 undergraduate students coming from 31 states and 15 different countries. With being a little bit of a smaller university, we do offer smaller class sizes as well. So our class sizes range from 21, even sometimes a little bit smaller in some of your upper level classes that you'll see. So we have around a 12-to-1 student faculty ratio. And we have over 46 majors, minors, pre-professional programs ranging from pre-med, pre-physical therapy, pre-optometry, a little bit of everything to kind of get you into that pre-professional world of going into continuing your education. We were just recently ranked 25th in the nation for economic value by comparing what our graduates earned to what they might have earned if they had studied elsewhere. So we're really excited about that. So this is just a little overview of where we are here in Wilkes-Barre, PA. So in the left is where our campus is located. So it's a really gorgeous area with a lot of nature around us, a lot of hiking opportunities. But we also are in a little bit of a city area right here below in Wilkes-Barre. So there is also another college located close to us too. So it is a little bit of a college town as well. Some of our top majors that we offer at Wilkes University are nursing, engineering from mechanical, electrical, civil, and environmental engineering. We do offer criminology, psychology degrees, Pharm D, so a doctorate of pharmacy program we have. We also do have education from early education to high school education as well. And we also have a large school of business that has a ton of opportunities for students to get involved into as well. So this is just a little bit of overview of what our campus is and our main greenway here. So you can see in the back is a little bit where our main Wilkes-Barre city is. So there's the movie theaters are down there. There's places to walk to grab some food. There's a concert venue down there. So there's really a lot that's happening down there. Also a lot of internship opportunities as well as job opportunities just within walking distance from your dorms. So a little bit about our campus life is that we have 23 Division III sports. We have some newly renovated facilities as well that we're super proud of. But if you're not into sports, no worries. We have over 80 clubs and organizations that we have on campus, ranging from academic clubs, sports and fitness, faith, culture and diversity, student leadership clubs. We also do have an Air Force ROTC program too, if that interests students. And we also have a Department of Public Safety that is on campus for you. So just a little bit more about what we offer. We offer a lot of peer faculty and staff mentorship programs. So one of my favorite programs to talk about is our e-mentor program. The e-mentor program is a program that every first year student will be involved into when they come into Wilkes. So they're going to get a mentor that's going to be an upperclassman within their major. And they're kind of that person that they can lean their shoulder on and just kind of ask them about the program, what their favorite class they took was, where the best place to go to eat is. And a student can actually be a mentor as an upperclassman as well. So that's an opportunity for you to get to know Wilkes University and those upperclassmen as well. We do offer different variety of extracurricular activities, different social events, multicultural events. We've had concerts pre-COVID times, recitals, theater productions, readings, lectures, all that good stuff. We do also have a lot of community service available to our students as well. We like to give back to the community here at Wilkes-Barre. So there's a lot of opportunities for students to get involved into that too. Every student has an individual academic advisor. And we also do have an advising and career counseling office. So when it comes time to get those career and internships, you can meet with that office and go over your interview skills, your resume, even how to dress for an interview. We even have a colonel's closet, which we call. So if you need to get a suit for an interview or something like that, you can get that right here on campus for free for you to use. We also do have different academic support services from tutoring to writing centers as well as mental health and health counseling services and a health center that you can use all for free as well. This is just another building of one of our Cohen Science buildings. So a lot of our labs are in there that you would get to use. So a little bit about our first year admissions process. We are definitely still taking applications for the fall 2021 year. We go through the Wilkes application or the Common App, whatever that you'd like to use. We are currently have waived our fee completely, so there's no fee on that application at all. Right now, all we do require is your official high school transcripts. We are test optional and we will remain test optional for the next year as well. So coming in, all you really need is your high school transcripts and that completed application for us to go over that. We do not require any letters of reference or an essay, but you are more than welcome to submit any of those to us, and we will review all of that as well. We do have two programs that are a little bit different in our application process. One is going to be any of our performing arts, so musical theater, theater arts. That's going to be an audition, and our pharmacy guaranteed seat program requires 3 professional letters of recommendation and an essay, and then an interview into that program. I believe that's just another picture of campus. This is my contact info. I'm really happy to talk to you guys. If you run into any questions, please feel free to take a picture, screenshot it, whatever you need. And we are open for visits. So we'd love to have you come and see campus and come on a tour. So it was nice talking to everybody. Have a good one.
Very helpful information. Thank you. Just a reminder that if you have any questions at all, to feel free to submit those through the Q&A. Our representatives are here and available to answer any questions that you have. And if you have a specific question, please also note the school name. The next representative is from Regent University.
All right, hello everyone. My name is Bridget Miller from Regent University. If you've never heard of Regent University, we're in Virginia Beach, Virginia. We do not have any out-of-state tuition though, so whether you're an in-state student or an out-of-state student, which most of you are, the tuition would remain the same. We're a 4-year private Christian university. Again, we're located in Virginia Beach, about 15 minutes away from the boardwalk. We're currently open for campus tours, and we welcome you to schedule a tour with us, either in groups or individuals. We have over 135 different programs of study. This goes all the way from certificates and associates all the way up through doctoral programs. And then for the students who desire to expand their knowledge using a more classical approach, we also have an honors college as well. In total, we have about 11,000 students. 4,400 of those are undergraduate students, but that includes both online and on campus. So if you're looking to be an out-of-state student on campus studying and living there, you're looking at a community of about 1,400 students. So medium to large size school with larger size school resources, but a smaller community feel. Student faculty ratio is 17:1, so the majority of your class sizes will be pretty small. We don't have, those lecture halls that you might see in movies where there's 500 students. So the majority of those classes are about 17 students. 90% of our faculty have terminal degrees. This means that they have the highest degree in their chosen field. And they're also working in their field as well in the industry actively. So not only are you getting people who have the highest level of knowledge in their field, but they're having high levels of experience as well. This slide shows some of our resources that we have available to you. Again, we're a larger size school overall, so we do have the capabilities to kind of provide a lot of resources for you. On campus, we have all of our residence halls are, all of our residence halls are apartment style. So you do have a full-size kitchen. Because of this, we don't require a meal plan either. either. And this shows some of our funding sources that we have. VTAG is a Virginia residence grant that you can receive if you establish residency when you come on campus. We also are a military affiliated school, so about 30% of our students are military affiliated, and they do have discounts for that as well. We also understand that your school experience goes far beyond what just academics offers. So we do have athletics as well, and we have over 55 student organizations. This is everything from surf club to dance club and everything in between. Sorry. All right, and again, we are in Virginia Beach, coastal area, kind of a touristy city. However, we are on 70 acres of private land as well. We are within a drive distance of Washington, D.C. and the Outer Banks. So this is kind of a common area for externships and internships. And we are about 15 minutes away from the boardwalk. And then if you are looking to apply, you can apply either over the phone or online at regent.edu/undergrad or regent.edu/apply. And then the phone number here gives you access to our admissions counselors. If you do want to apply over the phone with them, it takes about 10 to 15 minutes, and they can often waive that application fee as well. So if you're looking to apply, I definitely encourage you to talk to those admissions counselors. They'll be able to guide you into certain programs that you might be interested in, and again, can often waive that fee. Thank you.
Thank you. We really appreciate it. The next representative is from Marist College.
Hello. Okay. Can I share my screen while she still has it up? Or
Yeah. Yep. You should be able to.
Okay. Sorry about that.
No, you're fine.
Okay. Sorry.
No, you're fine.
Here we go.
Perfect.
All right. So, good evening, everyone. My name is Kate Budzinski. I am the Senior Associate Director of Admission at Marist College, which is located in Poughkeepsie, New York. And this picture you see in the background here is our campus. We are situated directly on the banks of the Hudson River, so it really is a beautiful campus. And although we have this really beautiful setting, we also are about 90 minutes north from New York City. So we definitely have that convenience of being close to a major city for internships and just, traveling to the college in general, while also having a really picturesque location right in the heart of the Hudson Valley. Just some quick facts. We have about 5,000 undergraduate students at Marist, and we are a liberal arts focused institution. So we have over 40 majors, and I'll talk a bit more about those in just a moment. But students are finding us from all over the country and all over the world. We have 47 states and 64 countries represented in total. And most of our students do live on campus, so we are very much a tight-knit community. Our students are also very successful when they leave. So nearly 100% of our graduates are going on to find jobs or graduate school placement or something else productive within 6 months of leaving us. And they're graduating at a faster pace than their peers at public and private universities on a national average. So they're doing everything that they want to do in a very efficient amount of time. This is the full list of our majors and minors. I'm not going to talk about every single program, but as you can see, it is a diverse list of programs. And like I said, we are based in the traditional liberal arts, so we do have quite a bit of liberal arts majors. But some of our more popular programs are actually within the more industry-focused fields. So communications is really popular at Marist, also business administration, fashion design and merchandising, and also computer science. So those are not the best or strongest majors. They're all quite strong, but those just tend to be the most popular by numbers. All of our majors really do have, strong faculty and, classroom experiences. And in the classroom, we do have small class sizes. We tend to have about 20 to 25 students in each class. We cap our classes at 35, so there's no lecture halls or auditorium style classes. And this really allows students to get to know their professors as well as one another, and also allows for hands-on learning opportunities. And I want to show a few examples of some of these campus facilities that we have that really lend themselves well to this experiential learning. So this is our gross anatomy lab, which is used by our physician assistant students, and they actually work with cadaver donor bodies to do dissection and research. This is our ESPN teaching control room, where students from sports communications and the media studies and production programs actually kind of call the shots during a live broadcast of a Division I basketball game on our campus when our teams are playing. And this is typically broadcast on ESPN3. The Marist poll is a nationally recognized poll that is on our campus as well. And our students are the ones who do the polling. So as you can imagine, for someone who's interested in political science, this is a great advantage because polling is such a big part of politics. There's off-campus opportunities here too, like our students have gone to the New Hampshire primaries as well as the White House Correspondents' Dinner. This is our investment center, where our students in the finance fields actually can trade real money from our school's endowment fund in the stock market, which is really, really hands-on, and they're very successful with it. This is our Emporium, which is basically a completely student-run fashion boutique that is in our newest building on campus. And our fashion merchandising students run the entire store, and the fashion design students create a lot of the garments that are sold in the store, whether it's clothing or other items too. So those are just a few examples, but I just wanted to give you an idea of the types of hands-on learning opportunities that you would have right on campus as a Marist student. Research is something that's also quite prevalent on our campus. So if you want to do research, you certainly can. It's available across all majors, and we're really utilizing the local area too. As you can see, this student is doing research right in the Hudson River, which is quite common for our science students. And then on the right-hand side, these are some local notable companies and organizations that are oftentimes taking on our students to do research or even for internships. Specifically IBM and the FDR Library, you might be familiar with. Most of our students do an internship before they graduate, about 85%. Internships are available everywhere, on campus, in the local area, close to your home, or in major cities too. And New York City, like I said, is 90 minutes south of us. So many of our students will intern in New York City, whether it's 1 or 2 days a week, commuting into the city, or with our Marist in Manhattan program, which is a residential program in the city where you can live there for a full semester and do a full-time internship. So it functions like a study away program. And then similarly, we have programs in DC and London that operate in the same exact way. In addition to London, we do have a lot of other study abroad options. We have half of our students going abroad typically in a normal year, and they're going to over 70 destinations around the world, studying for perhaps a semester abroad, even for a few weeks, or for their entire first year at our first year programs in Dublin and Florence. In addition to all this academic stuff, our students are very, very active outside the classroom. We have over 80 clubs and organizations, as well as 23 Division I teams. So we are a D1 school with club and intramural sports as well. And like I said earlier, most students do live on campus for all 4 years. So it really is a great community. If you're interested in applying, this information, these are the deadlines this past year. So definitely just check the website next year for up-to-date information. You can see our admission profile there for kind of like an overview of who we typically accept. We are test optional. We have been for a long time and will continue to be. And if you'd like to connect with us, we have on-campus visit programs happening 7 days a week in a safe way at the moment. We also have virtual programs, and I will put my contact information in the chat if you want to reach out to me at any point in the future. So thank you.
Thank you. Just another reminder that if you have any questions at all, to also make sure to make sure that you submit those through the Q&A. Any question about the college application process or even a specific question about a school, you can note that in your question as well, and we're here to help. Our last representative, but certainly not least, is from the University of New Haven.
Hi, everyone. Thank you for coming today. My name is Julia. I'm with the University of New Haven. I'm one of the assistant directors in undergraduate admissions. So here at our university, we are located in West Haven, Connecticut, even though we are the University of New Haven. We're about 5 miles from downtown New Haven, and we're right in between Boston and New York City. We have a shuttle that will take you to both train stations in West Haven and New Haven. If you'd like to hop on the train to either Boston or New York City. There's also a major bus station in New Haven. So if you need to take the bus home or want to go on a trip, you can sure so do that. You could see the strip of beach we have in West Haven, Connecticut. We are on Long Island Sound. So our shuttle takes our students to the beach when the weather gets a little bit warmer, as well as our marine bio students are accessing that water as early as freshman year. They're doing everything from conducting research, collecting samples in Long Island Sound. I like to describe downtown New Haven as a melting pot of all different cultures. Any type of food you could think of, you could get downtown New Haven. There's everything from free art museums, city life, restaurants, world famous pizza, music theaters, and a lot of other activities to take part in. We're a mid-sized university, so about 5,000 undergraduate students. 22 is our average class size, so we do not have any giant lecture halls on campus. We like to keep our class sizes relatively smaller. That way you can really interact with your professor, your classmates. You won't feel shy in class, really want to participate and raise your hand. We have over 100 different clubs and organizations on campus. This is both professional clubs, religious clubs, club sports, as well as volunteer clubs. So we do offer a lot at the university. We also have a few different majors here. You could see our College of Arts and Sciences, School of Health Sciences, Pompey College of Business, our Tagliatella College of Engineering, and what we're most well known for is our Henry C. Lee College of Criminal Justice and Forensic Science. So there's over 100 different academic programs you can also get involved in. So these are just a few of our schools that we have. 97% of our students from the class of 2019, within 6 months of graduation, were either enrolled in graduate school or were working in a field related to their study. So in order to graduate, a lot of our students are either doing research or some type of internship, getting that experience and those skill sets. So when they walk out the door, they have that experience on their resume and they're able to start their career. We have over 200 different clubs and organizations, like I said earlier. Just want to kind of let you know about all across the board. We like to say board is not an option. There's a lot to do both on campus. These are a few different activities we have. We do offer Greek life, roughly around 13% of our student body. We do have the largest growing marching band in the Northeast. They do give out scholarship, roughly around 300 members. We have a radio station that broadcasts to the whole state of Connecticut. I know podcasts are really popular right now, so if you wanted to have a talk show on a Friday night with your friends, you can definitely do so at our school. We have theater, cheer teams, dance ensembles. We're 1 out of 3 in the nation at the collegiate level with blue turf. So that's pretty cool. You could see in the top left picture, that's our blue turf where our football team plays at. We also offer study abroad. So we have a campus in Prato, Italy. That top right building there is our Prato, Italy campus. That's where our dorms and our classrooms are over there. Our professors and faculty are going over to teach. We do not have any dining facilities, but your meal money counts towards 25 of the local restaurants in Italy. I rather eat at a local Italian restaurant than a dining hall any day. You could see the top left picture are crime scene investigation students. So when you're over there, you're doing very hands-on work. You're only in class Monday through Thursday. So on Fridays, the university plans free of charge excursions. Sometimes families will go visit their students while they're over there. That's definitely a lot of fun. We are a Division II school. We're part of the NEC conference. We have both men's and women's athletics at the university. We have a few different scholarships that we offer based on your acceptance. So right when you receive your acceptance package, you'll see which merit-based scholarship you are awarded. They range from $10,000 all the way up to $26,000. We also have some additional scholarships. The Honor Scholarship, Marching Band Scholarship, the Pompey Scholarship is for our business students, and the Portfolio Scholarship is for our art and music students. The merit-based scholarships are going to be based off GPA, test scores if you do choose to submit them because we are test optional, as well as class rank if you have one. We do have some on-campus and virtual visiting opportunities. We are offering on-campus one-on-one visits where you can come for an info session and then a campus tour. We're also offering drive-through campus tours, as well as virtual information sessions, nights with financial aid and an admissions counselor, as well as virtual accepted student events. You can feel free to go to our website to register for all of our visiting opportunities. And I thank you very much for taking the time to meet with me this evening. I would love to put all my contact info in the chat. If anyone has any questions, I'd be happy to answer those for you. And thank you very much.
Thank you. All great information shared so far. And so at this point, we're going to go ahead and pivot into our Q&A portion of the session. If I can ask all our presenters to go ahead and turn on their cameras, to unmute themselves, and we'll go ahead and get started with our first question here, which is, what advice would you give someone going through the college search process? Again, what advice would you give someone going through the college search process? And we'll go ahead and get started in the same order in which you all presented in.
Yep. So what advice would you give someone going through the college search process? I would just advise, and I advise current students that I speak with, to really exhaust their search options. I know this year has been difficult in the fact that campus visits and events have been kind of off and on because of COVID, but really try to take advantage of all the resources that are online. Like, we're currently using virtual tours, virtual events, putting students in those events, to give you a better sense of the college. We've recently started doing tours. So I would say if you're still on the fence and you haven't fully explored all of your colleges that you're interested in, make sure you go back and see what they are offering and try to take advantage of everything now so that you can make the best decision. You want to be happy at the end of the day. And I think that the best way that you can do that is by really just looking at everything that we offer, and figuring it out.
Yeah, I definitely have to agree. Getting to visit college campuses is super helpful in making that decision. And just some other advice, it's also okay to not know what you want to do. So explore some undeclared options as well. I know at Wilkes we offer an undeclared science track as well as an undeclared just general program. That at least gets you to kind of sample some different majors and be open to things that you may not have been aware of before. So you may have said your freshman year, I'm going to be a teacher, I'm going to be a teacher. And then come your senior year, you're about to come into college and you're like, wait, I want to be an engineer. Be open to those things. Talk with your admissions counselors, talk with faculty too. We try to offer as many talks with faculty, but we also can get scheduled appointments with them just so you can ask questions. Maybe what is that path that you want to look at? What career fields you want to go into in the future? But just ask us questions. That's what we're here for.
My biggest piece of advice would be to not just tell us what you think we want to hear during the interview and the essay portion of your application. We want to get to know you as a student overall, and that kind of requires you to be your most authentic self during that application process.
So my biggest piece of advice would be to, as much as you can, try to connect with current students from the schools that you're considering. Obviously, as admission counselors, we're typically the first people that you'll speak with when you're researching schools. And like Liz was saying, faculty and other professional staff members from other schools can certainly be very, very helpful. But for students who are living the experience, I think that's really one of the best ways to learn about a school's culture and community, and whether or not you'll be a good fit there. And so obviously right now the visiting options at schools is very varied. But hopefully as we return to a more normal world, you'll be able to visit more colleges in person and talk to students in person, go through the dining hall, eat in the dining hall, hear what the students are talking about, try to just like kind of implant yourself in the school for a day. But at the moment, I know our students at Marist are so willing to Zoom with students and email and just connect in many different ways from a distance. So feel free to request that of colleges, and they will jump to it, because I'm sure they'll want you to connect with their students, which are really their best ambassadors for the college.
My piece of advice I would give, especially now with all of the COVID protocols and everything, is to attend as many virtual events as you can if you're not able to go see the schools. And we talked a little bit about connecting with current students. I know a lot of schools are having current students on events for Zoom, so that's great if you can hear firsthand both from the faculty about programs, but then hearing about students' perspectives. So attend as many events as you can. Especially right now, if you're not able to go to those campuses and see what it's like, attend as many events as you can, so then you can do your research and really narrow down what schools you're interested in.
And I couldn't agree more. Thank you. That's great advice. I think it's always helpful to hear from those who work at the respective institutions to offer advice or things that they've thought of or heard from other students. So it's always helpful. Our next question here is, what is your favorite event or tradition on campus? What is your favorite event or tradition on campus?
I would have to say my favorite event on campus would probably be Halloween. We do an event on campus where all of the floors, residential floors, dress up in costume, and then they are then graded or judged on how well they did. So it's a fun time where all the students get to interact. They get to see each other's creativity, and it's just a fun, Halloween night is a fun night for everybody. It's been a hard semester, first year for a lot of the freshmen. So it's a really good way for everybody to kind of come together.
I would have to say, I think one of my favorite is our Mayor's Cup. So it's our football game between Wilkes University and the college next to us in Wilkes-Barre. So they're usually during homecoming week. So you get to see old friends, faculty's there, staff's there. We won last year or 2 years ago, so we were super excited, but there's usually like a little bit of a parade down in Wilkes-Barre too. So it's just like a fun time to get together with people maybe you haven't seen in a while, get to see your faculty, not during class time and maybe on the weekends, just hanging out. So that's probably one of my favorite things that we do, but there's so many.
My favorite's kind of a fun one. It's called Regent Regatta. It's where students build boats out of whatever they can find. Usually it's cardboard, and they try to get across one of the larger ponds on our campus.
So I think my favorite tradition at Marist happens in the first week for freshman students. It's called Welcome Week. And it's really just a great way for students to get to meet one another. And there's like a dorm Olympics type of competition where all the different residence halls have different colored t-shirts, and there's games and like activities for the whole week, but it's a great way for students to kind of like dive in and meet one another really quickly. And then the full week ends with a big block party and a DJ and, you know, food trucks and stuff and fireworks over the Hudson River, which is really cool. So yeah, I think that's probably my favorite campus tradition.
My favorite campus tradition is our homecoming weekend. We have a football game, and since we have the largest growing marching band in the Northeast, it's only fitting that they march from main campus all the way up to our football stadium. We have a lot of alum come back to the games, families come visit, and just a great time to have everyone repping their pride for our Charger Nation.
I love to hear all of the interesting, or I guess, traditions and events on campus. Those are your favorite. I think that's what makes each school unique. So we'll try to see if we can squeeze in one last question here. So if everyone can make this brief, just to make sure we, of course, get to everybody. But the last question here is, give an interesting or fun fact about your school.
Oh man, this is a tough one. I mean, I think the most interesting thing about our school is that our students have so many options. You know, you can essentially work on a ship, you can work on land. You know, they have a lot of range and flexibility. And I don't know if this is so much a fun fact, but I mean, average salary here after college is anywhere from 70 to 110K. So, you know, I just think it's unique what these students are able to do when they finish and the kind of places they're able to see and work within. So I think that's an interesting and also fun fact.
I think this is a fun like historical fact. We actually were Bucknell Junior College back in like 1933. And then we evolved to Wilkes College and then to Wilkes University. So I think it's pretty neat that we started as like a small associate's degree program school, and now we offer a ton of different undergraduate degree programs to master's degree programs and now doctoral programs as well. So there's a lot of history too in Wilkes-Barre too. So if you look us up, you'll see a lot of different types of history around us as well.
So Regent actually started as a graduate school in communications. And if you guys have ever heard of the 700 Club, that's actually filmed on our campus within that original school.
So mine is more of a fun fact. It's really quick. Sometimes when students are seniors, they jump in the river before graduation.
Mine is about our student life. So we're ranked in the top 10% most diverse campuses in the US. We have students coming from 41 different states and 55 foreign countries.
Awesome. That was quick. Thank you all to our presenters for sharing just your interesting facts and fun events and traditions on campus and just the words of advice. Thank you for sharing. Thank you all for being here. We have now reached the end of this session, but I want to say thank you to each of you for joining us. As we close, there'll be a very quick 4-question survey that will appear on your browser. If you don't mind taking a moment to fill that out for us, your feedback is very appreciated. There are more sessions going on, just like this one. So feel free to sign up for more sessions at the same place where you registered for this one. And lastly, this session is being recorded. All sessions will be available a week from today and will be available at strivescan.com/Pennsylvania. Again, thank you all and have a great night.